Hello, my name is Zoe Moore-Williams and I'm a racing groom.
Hi, my name is Denise, I'm a racing groom.
I work for Warren Great Tricks as a travelling head girl.
I'm a racing groom at Warren.
I'm Stacey and I'm assistant head groom.
Hi, my name's Luke and I'm a racing groom.
Hi, I'm Oliver Kozak and I'm assistant trainer at Warren Great Tricks.
I'm from Salisbury.
From Aberystwyth in Wales.
I came from Czech Republic.
Holidays as well, you tend to get what you ask for if you put on a holiday form.
You know, they're really good at letting you have time off that you want.
Working one weekend in 3 this time is it's obviously great because you get a lot more time, you know, weekends off you can go home and also make more plans, and then yeah, you're obviously not going to be as tired or as worn down, and if you've had 2 weekends off, you're coming back to work fresh.
As a travelling head girl, I get the bonuses of travelling abroad, i.e. Ireland, France, Italy, Germany, anywhere really.
I suppose furthest I've been with horses is probably up to Scotland, up to Perth. Obviously all the apprentice jockeys would probably go elsewhere through the winter just to get a bit of experience, so they'd go to Dubai, Australia, America, just to get experience under their belt. People who've gone to Dubai from our yard back at Bouldings, they would go to Dubai, Ireland, not very exotic, but it's somewhere different, isn't it? Yeah, Australia, we've had horses there, and also Hong Kong as well.
We're really lucky where we are. We have a couple of houses in a nearby village which we can rent rooms in for quite a small fee per week, and they're all maintained and looked after really well.
One of the houses owned by Warren. There's 3 of us who live in there. Obviously you've got everything we need in there really. Kitchen, bathroom, beds obviously, key point. But yes, obviously comes out of our wages and we just have to pay for the gas and electricity.
So after college I went to an eventing yard and worked there for 6 months.
So I grew up, I had a pony when I was younger and I had a few harness racing horses, and so I've always been brought up with a background of horses, so yeah, it was always what I wanted to do really, and here I am now.
I have always ridden show horses and ponies. For the last 4 years I've produced professionally for owners, and I decided at the end of our season last year that I'd like to go into racing full time, so I moved to Philip Hobbs in September.
The pay structure it's a lot more structured in racing.
There's a myth in racing that we are all badly paid, but it is all about the whole package. We get so many added extras.
You know, we've got our own union in the racing industry, so you can always go to people.
So we do a Employee of the Month award, which is sponsored by Spillers. So you get a free baseball cap, you get a bottle of Prosecco, and a £50 voucher for Wix's.
I've won quite a few Best Turned Out awards, which is a prize the racecourse give to racing grooms on the day, and is usually judged sometimes by the sponsors or sometimes by someone at the racecourse on the day. We normally get a cash prize and occasionally we'll get clothing or just small gifts. On a race day, the facilities at the racecourses are really good. They really try to look after us. There's always a canteen, sometimes a TV room, and most racecourses provide accommodation if you're staying overnight. So we're really lucky to receive pool money every couple of months. Pool money is a fraction of our prize money is shared amongst all the staff.
I suppose, yeah, bonuses about being in racing, obviously pool money when you have winners through the season. We're covered by rehabs, what obviously help us with any accidents in the workplace. So when I dislocated my elbow, I was still on full pay whilst off, what was obviously a big help, because obviously you've got to still survive for yourself whilst you're off. I mean, you wouldn't be afraid to walk in there and talk about any problem, to be honest with you. I mean, I've known a few people to go in there with troubles and that, and
I think sitting on any horse, whatever the discipline, it's going to be the same. You can read the horse no matter what you're doing. If you're eventing, show jumping, dressage or on a racehorse, all the principles are the same.
My favourite part of racing is working closely with horses, whether they're young or old handicappers, seeing them progress through their careers, I think it's nothing better than seeing a young store horse than seeing them when they're in your yard, 8, 9, novice chasing or chasing, and thinking and remembering what they were like as a youngster. I think that's the best part of the racing game.
The people, like I do love the people I work with, and I'm not just saying that either. Like, it's just, I don't know, the thrill of racing is great.
You meet a load of people, and especially travelling with a job, and it's brilliant going to the races and stuff. So yeah.
I love everything. I don't do it anymore, but I love looking after the horses. I love riding. I love to see the horses running well and looking well, and happy staff as well is always helpful.
I suppose seeing the horses progress well from the youngsters when they go out onto the track, or looking after some nice horses, or when they go and win, it's a special feeling. So yeah, I suppose that would be the main bit, and riding them every day.
Oh, it's the best job ever. Like, I'd never stop talking about work and stuff, and my horses, I love them, and I love the team. It's so good.
All young people, I think, they'll enjoy racing. I mean, it's a great way to make friends. You meet people, especially in Lambourne, you meet people from different yards. I mean, you probably wouldn't even dream of meeting in the outside world. Yeah, everyone's friendly with everyone. They understand what you go through on a day-to-day basis, so they've got there's a basis of being appreciated by everyone. They understand what's happening. I suppose, yeah, I just really enjoyed the job.
Riding fast work, you do get a real thrill. It's the best part about it, to be honest. It's what we do it for. I really enjoy taking my horses to the races. I get quite excited about doing turnout because my background in showing really helps. I'm lucky to have won quite a few, thankfully. It's really exciting to see them run. It's what we do the job for. It's like the end product.
When I first came into racing, I was really shy, and racing brought a lot out of me. Now I know everyone. At first it can be, for me it was a bit intimidating, but they're very nice, and they brought pretty much everything out of me. Like, it's the only way to explain it, really. When I was at school, I was pretty much a loner, and these guys really bring out your shell.
He always encouraged me to improve myself. I think he wants his staff to be the best at the end of the day, because he wants to have the best yard. And yeah, he just wants the best team for him, because it makes his job easier then.
Yeah, he's just very approachable. He'll listen to you about the horses and take on board what you say. So no, he's great.
Having the jockey coach in the yard is a big help to obviously us lads who ride in that. Trying to step up our game, to be honest, to be the best we can.
And Ollie and like the rest of the team, it just made me feel so much better about myself.
Staff development and training in the racing industry is really important. So I'm lucky enough to be able to help our members of staff. If Warren wants one of the members of staff to go on a course at the racing school, recently we had Ollie, our assistant trainer. He went on the assistant trainer's course, and Stacey, our assistant head girl, she went on the head girls course, both at BRS. Keep staff happy. Also, yeah, we have a lot of young lads that have applied for amateur jockeys licenses, so Warren's very keen to help people progress where they can, and then when they're ready he will put them forwards to go on their relevant course.
Being part of a team is really good fun. You're all doing everything together, you're all striving for the same thing. We want winners, and everyone works together to do their best.
There's good banter on the yard, everyone loves each other.
We're all a big family in racing, really. Everybody knows each other, and everybody has a good laugh. When you go racing, you just go see their favourite horses, they go see yours, and wish good luck each other. And it's great, everybody's a big family.
Big family, it's a nice big family.
We're like a big family, everyone is quite happy to spend that extra bit of time with people, or help people when they need it.
We always have a good laugh between us. I mean, maybe sat in the tack room, obviously having breakfast, and I mean, it's always everyone's laughing. I don't think there's ever a dull moment anyway in this place.
Everyone in the yard's very close. We know we do a lot of team things together each month, and on the whole, people get on. There's always going to be times when people don't, but that's because we're so close all the time working together. So that's only normal. But on a whole, we're very close together, and we enjoy the morale in the yard. We all get on, and and success at the moment. The horses are running well, so everyone's happy.
We all get on really well, and it's a big team effort. We're all quite a young team, so I suppose it makes it a lot easier for everyone to get on, and it's just good fun. And I think it's better when you're working and you've got a good bunch of people and you have a lot of crack, and it's good fun.
As a racing groom, my daily routine entails leaving the house at about 6:30 to arrive at work at 7. We then muck out our 4 horses that we look after. We then tack up for first lot, ride first lot, then wash them off, put them away, and then we ride second lot, wash them off, put them away, and then we'll hay before we have our breakfast at about 10 o'clock. We go back to work at 10:30, where we'll ride third lot and then sometimes fourth lot. Afterwards we'll sweep the yard, make sure all the horses are rugged up and happy and fed. Then we'll go for lunch at about 12:30. We'll have a couple of hours for lunch, so we go back to the yard for 3 o'clock, where we'll skip out all of the yard, make sure they're all brushed and rugged. They'll have their evening hay, and then we feed and sweep the yard, and we're ready to go home at about 5 o'clock.
Help the staff with any sort of inquiries, or problems that they have.
I really enjoy being outside. It's not that bad.
I grew up, I had a pony when I was younger, and I had a few harness racing horses, and so I've always been brought up with a background of horses, so yeah, it was always what I wanted to do really, and here I am now. I went to race school on a 14-week course, so I think that helped a lot.
I first started riding at the age of 8. I was quite nervous of horses, but my cousin had a horse and sort of pressured me into it, but now I did, then I did it and I absolutely loved it. Then I went onto a riding school from probably about the age of 12, worked there until the age of 16. Did a lot of things, gymkhana, show jumping, bit of dressage, but not really my forte. And then I went to racing school.
I rode out horses since I was little. When I was 19 and finished my school, I decided to go to England because it's a big thing, horse racing in England. Everybody sort of wants to come here and just work here with horses, and I came here, worked for John Joe Neils for 4 years, then decided to go on a flat, tried that for a year for Mark Tompkins, and then I worked on pre-training yard in Larraps for a year for James Owen, which was a great experience, and now I came here.
So I've been in racing a long time. I've been in racing since I was like 11, and there was a little racing yard in the village that I used to help out at weekends and holidays and anytime I could, he was Ben Pollock. I stayed with him till I was about 20, and then he left to Australia, and then I got out of racing I went to hunting yards and I didn't enjoy it very much, so I came here.
I started riding when I was 7 and they were only riding school ponies.
I initially got into racing because I wanted to be a jockey. Always watched it on TV as a kid, and I thought that's something I want to do. I thought I'd be good at it. Went to one of the racing schools, and they placed me in a yard, and I was lucky enough after a year to get my licence out, and I attempted to be a jockey. It went well enough, but not good enough. Got a few chances, rode a few winners, had fun, and I don't regret any of it.
Before I got into racing, I have always ridden show horses and ponies. For the last 4 years I've produced professionally for owners, and I decided at the end of our season last year that I'd like to go into racing full time, so I moved to Philip Hobbs in September.
I think there's just as much of a job in racing if you don't want to ride as if you do. We have like four yard men, and they're just as much as part of our team as everyone else that's here, so I think there's always a place for you if you want it.
You can come into racing at any level. If you can ride a pony or a horse very well, fantastic. That's the obvious way in. But there's a lot of work in racing, like travelling headlads, all sorts that you can get into. Depending on the big yards you go to or what yards you go to, there's a lot of work on the periphery of the actual riding of the horses. You can just do a horse, you don't necessarily have to ride it. There could be other people riding them, you're looking after them, taken care of. So there's you don't necessarily have to be able to be a very, very good rider like that.
The misconception is that a lot of the thoroughbreds and racehorses are really high strung and quite scatty. I haven't found that working in a racing yard. They're not like that at all. They've got their work routine, they're fit, and yeah, they can be bright, but they're not bad at all. Thoroughbreds are really intelligent animals. They learn really quickly, they pick up on new things really easily, and they're actually a real pleasure to work with. Sitting on any horse, whatever the discipline, it's going to be the same. You can read the horse no matter what you're doing. If you're eventing, show jumping, dressage, or on a racehorse, all the principles are the same. The speed thing is just something people think about when you're actually on the horse. You're just riding another horse at the end of the day.
We have a union called NAS who look after us for holiday and pay.
We have an annual pay negotiation. We have paid overtime when we go racing. We have set working hours. If we get injured, we have our REABS, which is the Racing Injury Accident Benefit Scheme. Careers in Racing is there to help us find another job should we need to. Racing Welfare will support us in many different ways. They have a 24-hour call line to support us should we need it. CATS is our new industry careers and training service to help us develop our skills. RacingRoom.com is our very own community.